Hey everybody, welcome back to my super sweet Sunday. I'm doing Splatoon 2 again this week. Last week I did Salmon Run, and so if you missed that, you can check it out in my video archives. This week I'm just doing Splatfest, which was, or is it not Splatfest? I was doing Turf Wars, which is the main component of the original Splatoon for the Wii U. So I'm going to go in here because they just said there was a new bucket out or something with paint bucket or something brand new, so I want to check that out before I went into play. And let's see, where's the guns? Here we go. So I've been using this gray silver gun for a while, but I want to try out this new gun, and looks like it had. I really don't like its special. The Stingray special doesn't look very good, but it's got good range and it's good damage. I don't know how good I'll be with it, so one thing you do with your weapons is test out the weapons and just see how they work without playing against other people before you buy it. So, oh yeah, that's got some good range and some good coverage even. I like that a lot. Unfortunately, I don't like this Stingray weapon. I've used it before, and you can't turn when you fire this. So it's good because there's a long range, but you pretty much, that's it. Like, and if someone doesn't get in your way, it's not really good. So, but I do think I'm gonna try this out. And I've been working on upgrading my clothes right now. I'm not sure. I'm going to buy this, and I'll probably play 2 or 3 levels before I cut the video off. But so, got the sloshing machine. I guess that's playing washing machine. It's got that. There are a whole bunch of different guns that you can buy, and paintbrushes and all kinds of stuff. And some stuff stays locked forever, seems like, but this is the one I've been using mostly, is the arrow spray, but it doesn't do that much damage. So anyway, we'll see. I'm gonna go play the Turf Wars part of the game right now. So I'm gonna head up to the lobby, and a lot of people have complained about playing with friends, like, oh, it's hard to play with friends, but I've not had any problems. Like, I have one friend I play this with quite a bit, and I basically just saw him online one day, clicked on his thing, it said that he was in Turf Wars, and then I joined him, and that was it. That was literally it. We just got in the game together. We couldn't play on the same team every time, but we definitely got to play together. So some people have been saying, like, it's been really tough for them to see their friends, so I don't agree with that, but alright, so let's see how this goes. So, again, this is kind of a new weapon I'm getting used to, so I don't know how well I'll do this time. There's also these smaller things like that just are little bombs and stuff, but also I'm going to have to get used to what kind of ink supplies I get out of this. It seems like the ink doesn't quite last as long as some of the other guns. So anyway, so far so. Oh, someone's behind me. So far so good, but and he has the splat dualies. This guy we're gonna trying to kill, the purple guy. So. And that got splatted. Basically, when you have the dualies, you can roll, and so that's, I have a pretty powerful weapon, but against the dualies, he can just roll out of the way, and so it doesn't really affect me as much, or it doesn't affect him as much as it would someone that doesn't have the dualies. But anyway, the goal of Turf Wars is to color the ground with as much ink as you can. So right now, you can always check in with the mini-map right there to see how you're doing, but I liked the mini-map better when I was on the Wii U because you could actually Oh, did I get him? Got him, good. you could actually see it on the Wii U's screen, but you can't see this on screen, so I gotta splat it again. That's not good. Basically, when you play online, you get 2 different levels at a time. So this one is Inkblot Art Academy, and then there's one other one right now. I think it's Port Mackerel that you use for Turf Wars, and they cycle through them every 2 hours. I'd like to see a little bit bigger of a cycle, like maybe you have 3 or 4 instead of 2, because I could play this for a half hour, and if I get unlucky, I might just play the same levels over and over and over again. I've gotten like the same level 5 different times before, 5 times in a row, so if you want to get variety, 2 is not a whole lot. Alright, got a splat there. I guess I gotta point my nose up a little bit farther with this compared to the other guns. Oh, come on. Oh, I am definitely not a good aimer. I'm much better at covering the ground and being a supporting character than being like the main splatter. So, I guess we'll see how things end up, but I don't think we're going to win. Or if we do, it's going to be just barely. Let's see. So they basically tally up how much percentage you've covered, and then whichever team has covered more percentage wins. And it looks like a pretty close game to me. Ah, good. We won by about 4%. So that was a new one. They did lose a guy. You see that level 34 person had 0 P, and I was worst on my team. Like I said, it's a new gun, so I'm just kind of getting used to it. But and then I got a new ability unlocked, and I think that's faster at running. So if I need to run, but yeah. So we won that one, and so I got to upgrade ability. But anyway, the guy with the 0 P got dropped out, and that doesn't mean he didn't play the whole time. It just means that he dropped out part of the way through. And sometimes they actually drop out and then come back, so you never know. I'm going to go back. One thing that's really was a great weapon in the first game for Splat Wars was the Carbon Roller or the Splat Roller, but I don't think they're as good in this game as a couple of the other guns. And there are better guns. I have a friend that I play with, and he has better guns than I do, but at this point, I think the Aerospray MG is my best gun. So I'm going to go back and play a couple of rounds with that and see if we can get into the... I just pressed the wrong button. See if we can get into the other stage. So you can see the other stage. See how that goes. But one thing that's unfortunate is when you play, you have to back all the way out if you want to change your gun, and then join in with a new group. You can't change it in the lobby, and that's really frustrating. They do let you do it during Splatfest, but Splatfest is like one weekend a month for one day. So like this, I think this one is 11 p.m. Friday and then to 11 p.m. Saturday, which is the 1st and 2nd of September. So I don't know, I guess I don't know why they don't have that all the time. So I'm going to be a little bit more of a helper character this time instead of a main Splat guy. So I like this guy because it has a fast fire rate, and I'm not a very good aim, to be honest. Although the Switch controllers have gyroscope, which is the first Nintendo controller to have a gyroscope, and I really like that as far as it goes with aiming, and especially with Legend of Zelda, where you need like pinpoint accuracy sometimes. Oh, someone's bombing me. I gotta get out of here. So I like this gun, not because it's good for killing people, but I like it because it has a really cool special, which is this bomb thing, even though I just got splatted. And it does good paint coverage. So last game I had 600 paint coverage in the whole match, and I'm already over 250, and I'm only about 50% in. Or I mean, about a third of the way in. So I'm definitely going to beat my score from last time. And I really like to go... One strategy is to make sure your home base is covered, and that's what I'm doing now to make sure all the parts of the level that are hard for the green team to get to are covered. So that's what I'm doing right now. Oh, that was really bad. I swam right into it. So it looks like all of our home base is covered, so now I can just go straight forward, maybe a little bit over here still, but you know, that's a good 20% of the map, and if you don't cover your own home base, I mean, you really are going to have to play exceptionally well against the other team. So. We should be able to kill this guy, but we're having problems. Alright, that was good teamwork there. So hopefully we can make a move forward. I really like this. These are called curling bombs because they look like little curling. They look like little curling stones from like curling in the Olympics. So I think that's pretty cool, and they blow up. And they're really good to get part of a map that you need to do pretty quickly. And we're gonna get hit again because we just lost 3 guys. You can see at the top you lose anybody. So I'm pretty far back into their territory, but that probably means that there's someone back far in mine. This gun is so weak, but like I hit him 3 times with it, and he's got the same gun, but I'm just pretty poor at shooting people, to be honest. I have very bad aim. That's why I'm better as a support player, because I get splatted a lot, as you can see. Also, I'm only level 13, so I don't have the best weaponry. And my clothes aren't all upgraded either. Oh, we got destroyed that time. And probably mostly because of me at the end. Oh, wow. I didn't think we had that much. Just a lot of green. But that's what really painting your end of the area really helps you do. I only got 778 and I started off really well, but I'm really surprised. So that's strange because I wasn't just wearing that basic tee. I was wearing something different. And I wonder why I changed. I need to go back and see why I changed. Yeah, so you can go back out here and equip if you hit plus. I'll take you to the equip menu, and I should be wearing that basic tee. See, the Squidor has 4 places for me to power up, and as do my shoes, where my head only has 3. I could go to this if I wanted to, but maybe I like. If you hit ZL, it shows you what it is. So it's got ink resistance up, and I'm not sure what those other 2 are. I know there's some way to see what they mean, but I'm not sure. One of them is swim speed faster. I really like ink resistance up because I'm very poor at shooting people, so I think ink resistance up is probably one of my best. They also have stuff like refill your gauge faster, your ink gauge, so that you have more ink. There's one where your ink capacity is gained. There's one where your weapons do more damage. There's a whole bunch of different ones like that, so you can mix and match with what you like best. I don't really care about movement speed. I have one that I really like that makes you have when you die, your special meter only recharges like a quarter, but if you have this one power up, I think it keeps 40% whatever you've accrued. So I like that. So back to Inkblot Academy. The last one where we won was Port Mackerel that you just saw. So also, if you swim and you swim into the water, you just die and you have to wait for yourself to respawn. So you have to be very careful about stuff like that. So I'm gonna hide back here until that guy. I think he's died, but I was going to hide until he died, but he's dead now. So. One thing about curling bombs is they explode after you're dead even, so it's really good using the last 5 seconds of a match because they still explode after time's up, and so they have to wait for all those to explode. So it can be a very good weapon to close out with. And right now, like I said, I'm a big believer of painting your own home base, and if you don't do that, you're losing a lot of valuable percentage. And the goal is not to kill everybody. The goal is to have the most area painted. And like I said, I'm not exactly the best with a gun, but I can cover a lot of area with this gun. So I just need to go from afar like this, and I'm going to cover up a lot of area. And still got me. That's a long-range gun. Is that the NZAP? Squelcher. I've not seen that weapon before. It's not that I remember it being used. Although I am making a halfway decent score. It's not a great score, but let's see if we can. I don't know if we're ahead or behind, but I'm gonna try to make a comeback here. That guy is not on my team. Got him. All right. This area. It's going to be hard for them. Usually, if you can control this area of the map and then get more than half of the area down here, you're pretty good to go. And if you see the danger up by the green team, where it says danger, usually if you can get them into danger, that means you're pretty far ahead. And as you can see, we're doing a pretty good job. Oh! Got each other, though, so that's all right. The mini Splatling's like a Gatling gun, but it takes so freaking long to charge up. It's very annoying. So I don't use it. It's really powerful, and I like it, but it's not worth the time to charge it up. There's also one that's like a sniper rifle that's the same way. I'm not going to get to use my special with 5 seconds left, like I was saying. Maybe I am. Oh, I got splatted right at the last second. This is going to be close. They made a good comeback at the end, and I think they won, but it's definitely still going to be close. Oh, we won by 4% again, so... Anyway, what I showed you this week, which is Turf War, that's one of the main parts of the game. And then the other main part of the game is Salmon Run. And they're also ranked battles, so people that actually don't like Turf War can go do things. You know, they have, like, hold the position, or, like, in Overwatch, they have, like, the convoy mission where you have to escort the convoy. They have all that stuff in the ranked battles right now. So, like, the ranked battles right now are 2 different stages. So, if you can see on the right, Turf War, we have Port Mackerel and Inkblot Art Academy. The tower control is Starfish Main Stage and Muscle Forge Fitness. And you get a rank in that. And so right now I'm ranked C-. I've only ever played 1 match and won. And then once you get to B+, you get to do a league battle, and there's a specific, match for those. Like I said, you can do private battles with your friends, and if you have 8 friends, you can do a 4-on-4. So if you have 8, it's really good. And then, like I said, if I have friends that are playing, I can just join them. So anyway, that's it. I just wanted to show you both the modes of Splatoon 2. If you haven't caught out my last video, you have a link at the end of the video, so you'll be able to you'll be able to go back and catch the last one on Salmon Run, which is the brand new mode that you guys can watch. So if you have a Switch, Splatoon 2 is definitely worth it. They're going to keep giving you free DLC for 2 years past release, so that's going to be until July of 2019. And the servers are going to stay up for a long time. The Wii U servers are still up for Splatoon that came out in 2014, and so that's been more than 3 years. So if you're interested in shooters that aren't just this game's kind of cartoony, but it is so much fun. Like there are plenty of people that play Call of Duty and those type of games, but this is something completely different that I've never seen anything like this. Like the Turf War and like the Salmon Run is really, really cool. So anyway, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week for another Super Sweet Sunday. Thanks again for watching me. Thanks for tuning in to this week's Super Sweet Sunday video. Last week I did part 1 of Splatoon 2 for the Switch, which is their new mode, Salmon Run. If you really liked this video, you'll probably like that one a lot too. And if you still haven't subscribed, you can click my face down in the bottom right hand corner. Remember, you've been watching me, the Royal Syrup Gamer.